Yeah, no, this isn't scary. We're pretty used to this. You know, we see this on a day-to-day basis. This is something regular, but when we couldn't even get into the stores and stuff like that, that became a concern to us.
Our officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect. The suspect was discovered dead inside the room.
Someone was definitely wilding out. It was an intense scene this Thursday morning at the Holiday Inn. One officer shot, but they're okay. What happened here? Was it just a local wilding out? Or whatever the reason could be, or was it a spring breaker up to no good? Let's find out.
We had no idea it was so severe.
Spring break madness or just another Florida local up to no good? Well, that's a good question.
As a result of the shooting and no one else that was located inside the room, the cause of death will now be determined as part of the FDLE investigation.
The story is still under investigation, of course, so not many details released.
I mean, it's a little off for my safety. I'm from New York, for me, so I'm used to things like that.
We spoke to locals and tourists. They're shocked.
We were coming down the street, and then we see at Hotel Inn Express, right? We're seeing that this whole thing is knocked off.
Yes, I would come back here. I came from New York where there's heavier crimes.
However, we did get to have the police chief of Fort Lauderdale Police on the scene and on the mic. So to make things easy, I'm just going to let them explain the story.
At approximately 7:39 a.m. this morning, Fort Lauderdale Police was notified of a suspicious incident that occurred at this location. The caller reported that he had killed someone inside the hotel room. Multiple attempts were made to talk to the caller via telephone. Based on the nature of the call and the information that was provided, officers responded directly to the room where the caller was attempted again to make contact. At that time, the suspect was unable to make contact, so we entered the room. Shots were fired at the officers at that time. Our officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect, at which time the suspect barricaded himself in that same room. A SWAT call-out was initiated and entry was made. The suspect was discovered dead inside the room. As a result of the shooting and no one else that was located inside the room.
This is something regular, but when we couldn't even get into the stores and stuff like that, that became a concern to us. You know what I'm saying? Became a concern. So we're wondering, you know, why can't we?
What's your message to those spring breakers that haven't seen this yet?
So my message to the spring breakers is, you know, stay safe, you know, stay out of trouble, and what would you say, Grandma?
Stay safe, and like don't come here alone. Always have some type of some friend or family member with you.
Folks, this is a big scene. You're gonna have to give me a little block of altitude to work with you, but we're doing our best to find out. You gotta give me a little bit of moments to, well, wait till this investigation's over so we can really find out what really happened here. Well, for now, be safe. This is the very latest spring break coverage in Fort Lauderdale, downtown, Broward County, South Florida. See you in the next scene.
This is your news recap.
Boom, boom, boom!
Of all the wild, brutal, craziest stories from the state of South Florida.
For real? It's like that?
We on 1800, dog.
Get the family together. Sit down because you're gonna need some heavy drinks.
Back in the 5-6.
Hold on. Ducky Taco.
Follow for more local break-in and action news. Only here at Action 55 Community News Reporter.